This is Joy Foote. Welcome to Pine Mountain, then and now. Welcome to October. Since we don't have any ghosts in Pine Mountain, none that I've discovered anyway, and in the spirit of Halloween, I am focusing on the Wild West days of Chipley for this month's episodes. Before I tell you today's history story, I want to give you a little background. Our first city hall was built in March of 1906. The city hall was a multi-use building. You could enlist in the military, attend a town meeting, vote, or spend time in jail. Prior to 1906, the town business was conducted in each official's place of business. So, for example, if the mayor was a merchant in town, you could find him at his general store. The marshal could have been a farmer or a blacksmith. You get the idea. For today's story, I want you to have that vision in mind, because the first incident I want to share this month happened in 1905. It was on the morning of June 15th, 1905, to be exact. This is a surprising story because it involves a town doctor, and his name was Dr. John C. Hardy. And I don't know exactly where this incident occurred, but I believe it was on the north side of Broad Street. This is the road in town that has the new party lights up, where the Visitor Center, Dakota's Counter, Still Magnolia, and Bluebird Cottage are located. Doc Hardy was 35 years old and a well-known physician of Chipley. He came into town, and some say he had his young son with him in his buggy. While he was securing his horse, he got offended by something an old man said to him, so he horsewhipped him in front of the entire town. The newspaper does not report words that were exchanged between the two men, and nothing in the report says that the victim died from the wounds. But reports of the incident reached our town marshal, Olin White, and our mayor at the time, Mayor Goodman, and other town officials. A case was made against Doc Hardy. So at noon on the same day, Doc Hardy walked into Goodman's store, pulled out a pistol, and asked the mayor how much of a fine he was going to have to pay for the incident. An argument broke out between the mayor and the doc, and Doc Hardy called the mayor a liar. At this point, the marshal, who was also in the store, tried to intervene, but the situation escalated. That's when the doc reportedly began shooting. Doc Hardy and Marshal White each fired 3 shots, and when the smoke cleared, Doc Hardy was dead. He was shot through the body and through his head, his brains splattering to the floor. Mayor Goodman had been shot through the left arm and the bone shattered near the wrist. And Marshal White was uninjured, although 2 bullets had gone through his clothing. And if you go to the city cemetery in Pine Mountain, you won't find Doc Hardy's headstone. The city refused to let him be buried there, so instead, he is buried in the Old Salem Methodist Church Cemetery. Once a month, Unique Expressions Coffee Shop and Cafe has an acoustic open mic. If you missed last month, then you missed some amazing music. They even had a singer from Oxfordshire, England. This weekend is your chance to catch it again on Saturday, October 5th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. The music is a mixture of bluegrass, gospel, soft rock, and country. It's really whatever the group wants to play. It's a fantastic way to listen to great music, enjoy awesome food, and visit with your friends and neighbors. And I'll let you in on a little secret. Unique Expressions has an unpublished menu that only locals know about. So don't be shy when you place your lunch order. Ask for the Judy. It's a delicious sandwich. The Chipley Historical Center is pleased to announce a fascinating and upcoming presentation and exhibit that will explore the history of schools and teacher requirements in the Pine Mountain area, spanning from the 1800s to the present day. The event will take place on Sunday, October 6th at 2 p.m. in the Family Life Center at the First United Methodist Church of Pine Mountain. The featured presenter, Frankie Mabry, will guide attendees through an engaging narrative, shedding light on the evolving educational landscape and the changing expectations placed on teachers over the centuries. Admission is free, and attendees are invited to stay after the presentation for a question and answer. For more details, you can email info@chipleyhistoriccenter.org or call 706-663-4044. Today's episode was brought to you by Tours with Joy, the guided walking tours through Pine Mountain. There are 2 tours available, the Wild West Days of Chipley and the Beautiful Murals. Check out tourswithjoy.com for details. Special thanks goes out to the Chipley Historical Center for fact-checking this episode. The beautiful art and music for the show was created by Silly Bug Studios. My next episode is on Wednesday, October 9th. Hope to see you around town.